is Lewis Hamilton. He's already alongside and ahead of Fernando Alonso. Verstappen, then Hamilton, then Alonso.
Stop the car, park next to marshal post, critical message.
As we see the end of Logan Sargent in this race. George Russell could be out of this race. He's certainly going to have to try and limp home.
I'm out, guys, sorry. Copy. Sorry.
We've got a full safety car here in Canada. Lewis Hamilton came out from his pit stop. The Aston Martin pit stop was 9/10 of a second faster, and Fernando Alonso, A, almost got ahead, and then B, more crucially, almost ran into Lewis Hamilton. He doesn't want to be behind Hamilton for much longer. He is not behind Hamilton, as out of the final chicane they go. Fernando Alonso is up into second place.
But with a 5.3 second lead, 5.4 as it is now for Verstappen, they've got a lap in hand then. They can react a lap later to anything that Aston Martin or Mercedes decide to do.
And Nick De Vries under braking, going wheel to wheel here with Kevin Magnussen. They tangle down at turn one and slipping through on the inside. And I'm sure saying thank you very much indeed, chaps, was George Russell, who's picked up a couple of places there. Magnussen struggling, De Vries is struggling, he outbrakes himself, and they both end up going down the runoff. There goes the overtake for Perez.
Incredible straight line speed of the Red Bull to do the rest of the work.
So we think we're going to have to retire this car. Up front left brake wear is too high. Tell me what you want me to do. So cool the car, just cool the brakes down, and we'll box end of this lap.
Just as we were talking about reliability being so good in 2023, George Russell's recovery drive comes to an end. It's 10 laps to go, and whilst Verstappen is looking quite comfortable out in front, Alonso starting to sweat a bit in second place.
Lewis is throwing his car all over this track.
It sounds like Alonso is nursing a rear brake issue.
Down the inside of the hairpin goes Lando Norris. It's the old switcheroo as Valtteri Bottas tries to come back at him, and now they're going wheel to wheel. Now Bottas has to slip back in and get the slipstream behind Norris. This could get exciting, and he's finally got past the Alfa Romeo and into ninth place. Montreal local boy Lance Stroll.
Oh, the bouncing, and then
Went a bit too deep, didn't he?
you can hear the floor of the car heading the racetrack.
He thought maybe for a moment there was a chance of an overtake down at the hairpin. That's cost him at least a second. We're on board with Max Verstappen, the race leader, starting his final lap. Max Verstappen, who is making a habit, isn't he, of leading Formula One races. He is en route, Martin, in 2.5 miles' time to equal Ayrton Senna, and Red Bull are about to celebrate the century of wins. Because it's Verstappen in Canada for the second year in a row, winning for Red Bull, who reach 100 race wins in their history. Congratulations. It's ton up and smiles all around in the Red Bull garage as Verstappen takes the Canadian Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso, another runners-up spot, another podium, comes home in second. Lewis Hamilton, double podium, successive races for him and for Mercedes, and a cracking battle he had with Alonso. Lance Stroll takes 10th ahead of Valtteri Bottas. He got him just on the line.
Yeah, of course, very happy right now. It was not a very straightforward race because the tires were not really getting in their window. It was very cold today compared to Friday, and we were sliding around quite a bit. But yeah, we made it work, and yeah, to win again today, win the 100 Grand Prix for the team. That's yeah, incredible.
This is always a very special race to come to. A lot of fans here for the sport. They've been through a lot this weekend with the weather. Have you got a message for them?
Yeah, I mean, they're so passionate about the sport. Also yesterday with the rain, they were just hanging in there, so that was great to see. And yeah, we love coming here, and hopefully we can do this for a long time.
But to just have this consistency and be up on the podium here in Montreal, which is such an incredible city, and we've got such a great crowd here every single year without fail. So big thank you to everyone here.
What a podium. Verstappen, Alonso, Hamilton, Newey. That's Formula One for you.